Hey, yo, what up, y'all? What up? Let me let me plug in this microphone right quick, like usual. Hey, yo, what up? What up? Yes, I'm back using the old microphone. The problem that I had with the new microphone is that it just kind of altered my baritone a little bit, and I'm very big on mouthpiece in regards to the internet. Since people can't see me in person when I'm live, right? But but what I mean by that is, this is about the closest you'll get to me in person, so I want to make sure my voice is as authentic as possible. With that said, I am using the new microphone over at my spiritual channel. One second. All right, y'all, I'm back up in the building, back up in the building. Make a few more adjustments with this. Let me see something here. One, two. All right, hopefully I sound better for y'all. Yeah, I had to sneeze because I just marinated some beef short ribs. So, it just kind of yeah, it kind of bothered me a little bit. So I was like, man, I had to sneeze, man. So good to see you up in the building, Brown to Life, like usual. Definitely always good to see you up in the building, fam. And thanks for stopping by my spiritual channel earlier when I was live over there. Much love. Appreciate that. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. It is helping me to be more seen. Not that I'm trying to be popular, but I just want people to know more of the truth. I want people to know more of the truth versus what you've been hearing out here in these different spheres. Yes. Yeah, I'll repeat that one more time. I want people to know more of the truth versus what you've been hearing out here in these different spheres. Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty good over at my spiritual channel, you know. Um so hope y'all subscribe to that channel as well. I try to be cutting edge and futuristic at this channel, and over there I'm even more futuristic. But yeah, got the let me see if I could even I still saw that I'm actually dang, I try to pin this comment, Brown Do Life. Uh about the PayPal. I'm gonna have to see if I can. If I could pin that, that'd be cool. Let me see something here. See if I could pin that comment. But yeah, hope everybody been doing well. Um, like usual, I like to say that. So um, before I go in, and this is basically, this live stream is just a recap of what I've talked about previous um, with Venom. Basically, some things I didn't get a chance to talk about. Boom. Yeah. So I just pinned Brown Do Life's comment that he put in here. If y'all want to tip yours truly, for those that are stepping up in the building, you see my PayPal. So I just pinned that into the chat if y'all want to tip yours truly. But yeah, with that said, we'll go on here. Hey, what's good, Ice? Always good to see you up in the building, fam. Most definitely. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Ice. Shout out to Charlotte Swan. Always good to see you up in the building, sweetie. Once again. All right, without any further ado, let's go right into what we have to talk about, shall we? All right, so like I said, this is just a recap live stream of what I've talked about with Venom. Basically, some things I didn't get a chance to mention in the live stream with Venom, but at the same time, I feel it's good that I have a recap about everything. And overall, there's not too much I need to discuss in regards to the live stream itself. However, there are things that I think that I could further expand on. Yeah, I could definitely further expand on. And if you haven't seen that live stream, just go into my playlist excuse me, and it's titled Live Stream Collabs from yours truly. I used to have everything under one category, and it was just live streams from yours truly. But since I've had a few collaborations, now I have another live stream category. So you'll still have the category of live streams from yours truly, which is just me. And then I have a second category in a similar vein, which is titled Live Stream Collabs from yours truly. So that's where you will see uh, Black Knight's life featuring, because it's a collaboration. But yeah, Black Knight's life featuring Venom. So check that out, y'all, when y'all get a chance if you haven't seen that one. But so let's get started. Let's get started. Now, I think this, and there was a good comment that someone left me in one of my previous videos. And if I can get to that comment, I want to really touch upon that. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Trying to see if I can find it. And of course, yes, I got my I got my wine right now, you know, wine and dine with this live stream with y'all. So let me see if I can find this comment. Hopefully I won't take too long. Okay. But basically what it entails is just really the whole essence of sort of where we're going to be going with this live stream tonight, because it's all part of a Black Knight's life. And if you haven't known, so I can kind of refresh y'all, if you haven't known what it is that I'm talking about, really the Black Knight, he's the opposite of the White Knight, but not necessarily an equal opposite, but definitely an opposite to the White Knight. If you haven't known what the White Knight is, it's just basically a excuse me, it's just basically a manosphere term, or some people might say red pill term, for the guy that basically doesn't simp, you know. But as I've explained with a lot of people before, I see the White Knight as the ultimate simp. He's not just the simp, he's the ultimate simp. Because, you know, you got to think the knight will die for the kingdom. So when you think about it, that's basically, in a nutshell, the White Knight will definitely die for the kingdom, you know. So let me go here. Since I'm not really getting where I have to go, I'll just kind of go with one of my first talking points while I'm looking up one of the comments that I was trying to find. So this physical, these scars define men differently. Only a White Knight gets on his knee. But before we do that, before we really break it down, what I'm really trying to get at with scars define men differently, it's kind of based on what me and Sunrise Hoodie talked about when we was talking about the Black Knight. And yes, you see the Black Knight that's on the screen before you. He's not just black, he's wearing black armor. And the armor ain't necessarily that shining. No, not shining armor. But basically, what it entails is that there are certain men that just have scars and they're unapologetic about it. You know, they're unapologetic about what they've been through in their life. They're unapologetic about who they are and what their life entails. And, you know, it's more or less like, you know, you either like what you see or you don't like what you see, you know. So either way, I think that's kind of the what's good for the day. So I think in a nutshell, that's kind of where I'm going with this. It's just starting out. It's just these scars. Now, I think that it's very important that a lot of guys come off not being sexy. You know, some guys have alluded to this before, but I also think it's something to always remember that, yeah, being a man, being masculine is not sexy at all. So I'm going to try to jump out of here. I'm not going to leave, but hopefully it doesn't cut me out. And hopefully y'all can still hear me. So we're going to try to see if I can find this comment. because I really wanted to share this with y'all. Let's see if I can find this comment real quick. Let's see. Uh, okay, so I got it. I got it. I got it. See if I can find it. Come on, come on, come on. All right, I got it. So, all right, yay, I'm back. I'm back. Hopefully I didn't cut out too much for y'all. Hopefully this sounds good on the replay too. But all right, so I'm back. That's good. All right, so it was in my previous live stream I had of foxy females. So what I want to do here with that is kind of go into that comment that I think will actually help a lot of the basis of this live stream. And I see y'all have been actually leaving some comments in there, and that's awesome. Let me see something here. All right, so let me see this here. Go back to the library. While I look that up, let me see what y'all been saying thus far. You said, Brown Do Life, white knights are created by social engineering. Folks that are new and watching on the live and replay. Bingo, bingo. Appreciate that, fam. Appreciate that a lot. Yes, indeed. So let me see more. Show more of this. Live streams from yours truly. Okay. Oh no, didn't want to do that. Yeah, didn't want to do that. So let me go back here. Live streams from yours truly. Let me see this here. See full playlist. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. What? Okay. Okay, there we go. Bam. But yeah, it was from the Foxy Females live stream that was just the other day. So let me see this here. All right. Okay, I found the comment, y'all. So for those that are like, please no stall. So the comment was from JoJo Michelle. She's one of my subscribers, or AKA part of the Wolf Pack. So and shout out to JoJo Michelle, but her comment was, and her comment basically was, the foxy female has so much potential. If she uses her youth and beauty to her advantage, she can go far with her Black Knight. Now, overall, just given a lot of what she said, this ties in with what I wanted to mention first. Now, the part where she brought up the Black Knight, she said if she uses her youth and beauty to her advantage, she can go far with her Black Knight. Or in essence, she can go far with the Black Knight. You know, basically she chose the Black Knight, and the Black Knight just let her in. He let her walk amongst him, but she was not necessarily a damsel in distress. I'd say she could have been a damsel in distress. Damsel is an old term for young, unmarried female. But see, they use it broadly. They try to make damsel mean for young, married, or old, married, and unmarried, when really damsel means young and unmarried. So yes, a foxy female would definitely, the foxiest of the foxy females would definitely be the damsel, the true damsel, the young and the unmarried female. Now, tying more in with what JoJo said, you know, she can go far with the Black Knight if she uses her youth and beauty to her advantage. Now, I had mentioned in my live stream I did earlier today over at Mastermind Maestro, my spiritual channel, how it said in the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, in one of the verses, beauty is vanity, you know, but using beauty to her advantage for a foxy female that encounters a Black Knight, you know, for her to basically go far with him, as JoJo said, this means that she has other qualities about her that actually enhances the natural beauty that she has. Thus, she does more than just go far with the Black Knight. She becomes his twilight, you know. So there, it's just that shift. The foxy female becomes the twilight to the Black Knight. So where I'm going with this is that the idea in the ideal scenario that some black knights have encountered, shall encounter, should encounter is getting good girls early on while they're in their prime. Now, this isn't just necessarily age. This has a lot to do with just the way that her life has been. Now, yes, in an ideal world, she's young, she hasn't been touched that much, but really, what is better, besides just the age, is just the temperament. Life hasn't tried her that much, or she's endured, So that's what prime is, ladies. It's not just your your beauty, it's also your brilliance. You know what I'm saying? It's your resilience. The sense of you just still virgin at heart, despite what the body has been through, despite what has happened in your life. See, real men, they look past the body count. They look at what the body count. One second, y'all. Had to. Oh, we got incoming calls coming in sometimes, but yeah, a lot of times with the body count, it's not that a real man actually looks at the body count. He looks at what the body count has done to you. That's what actually takes you out of your prime. No different than an athlete. Many athletes have many tournaments, different championships they've been through, but it's not about how many championships or different tournaments or races that they've participated in. It's about what all of those races have done to them over time. So, what have all these things done to you over time, sweetie? So, this is what it means for a black knight, because here we go. We talk about, in essence, about the nice guy and how a lot of these chicks may settle for a guy after she's been around. But see, with a black knight, he's merciless. He has mercy, but to the merciful. You see, the thing is, if you've been around, he ain't gonna want you around. But if you've been around and you found him, that's a different story, you know. Because if you're just being around just to get around, you're still going to continue to get around, you know. That's not going to change. And the Black Knight sees that, so he just doesn't give you the time of the day. That's where he's merciless, but he's merciful to a lady that's, more or less worthy of his mercy, if you will. And not that he even wants you to, I would say, live on his mercy per se, but just we think about society today being scorched earth. Ladies, and you may know some of other females out there that aren't women, they complaining about not being able to find a guy, not having a date, not finding someone they can settle down with or marry or have kids with. But a lot of it is due to me too. Okay. But to the real women versus the typical females, y'all know that it's a sign of a time and a lot of females are rebellious. So you just try to show yourself as not that at all. By the way, hey, what's good, Emma? Good to see you up in the building once again, sweetie. Good to see you up in the building once again. Oh, and here we go. Lala. Hey, good to see you too, sweetie. Good to see you too. Yeah, buddy. Let me see if somebody has something to say. So I can make sure I'm letting y'all be into the what we talking about tonight. Okay. Well, we'll continue on here. But yeah, we got this idea that a lot of these females that aren't women, they want to have their fun. They don't really think about settling down. They want to just do what they want to do and continue to do so, and then only thinking about slowing down when they can't do certain things no more. you know I would say that, in my experiences, I've dealt with a lot of females like that. They never saw me as the guy they wanted to settle down with. And I didn't understand it because, back in the days, I was younger, but I always knew I was like a different kind of guy, not really claiming I'm a black knight. I'll never officially say that I'm a black knight, but what I will say is I always knew that I was a certain guy. But she didn't want to settle down with me. And I used to be offended. I used to say, why you don't want to settle down with me? Like, do you not like me? I do like you, right? But what is it? You're just not like that kind of guy. Like what you mean? Like, but now I realize a lot of these females that aren't women settle down with guys that are suckers. You know, they settle for a sucker. You know, most of the time. A lot of people have been thinking about the Russell Wilson and Sierra situation. Yeah, Future was a bad boy, but she settled down with a guy that a lot of people think is a sucker. But Future was not a Black Knight. No, he wasn't. He was a shape-shifting bad boy. And I've talked about that before in my previous live streams. Just check out live stream collabs featuring yours truly, where I talked about the Black Knight with Sunrise Hoodie. I forget which one it was though. But it's one of those ones with Sunrise Hoodie. Listen to them all. But yeah, I'd say, fellas, for those who know you're like a Black Knight and you're not a white knight, a lot of ladies are going to be attracted to your energy. Now, what is this? What is really this thing that I'm talking about? Now, with making sure I'm more vanilla, I'm just going to say this. You're just more manly. But yes, she knows you're not a bad boy. But yes, she knows there's something more manly about you. You know? The thing is that you shouldn't have to get around a chick that's like that after she's ran her course. Now she just needs somebody to take her more seriously and things like that. No. See, when you get around a Black Knight, sweetie, there's still a lot of more running you got to do. You thought you were running around back in your younger days. When you meet a Black Knight type of guy, you're really going to have to do some running around. See, you thought doing different backflips on different guys was one thing, but imagine doing all those different backflips on a Black Knight himself. See, one Black Knight has the strength of probably 1,000 white knights. Just keep that in mind. That is kind of where we're going with this, you know, that a lot of guys who are on a Black Knight frequency, a Black Knight's life, you're going to, in the days to come, run into a lot of ladies. I say lady as a general endearment, because overall, I don't know if she's a female or if she's worthy of being respected as a real woman. But in essence, this idea that she could be a Twilight amongst the Black Knight, it's a possibility. It just depends on the way she could be around the Black Knight type of a guy, the way that he can invade her cosmos, as me and Ice have talked about before. And we actually got a live stream coming up talking about that, a sequel. It's going to be on Valentine's Day, so look forward to that. But it's definitely about, you know, men of that type are far beyond this idea of a high value man. You know, it ain't about money with a Black Knight. It's about him just being a man. What's lacking? What's also lacking is just women really being touched by a man. Literally, women being touched by a man. You're being touched by males. You're being touched by Black Knights. See, in the days to come, a lot of these females pay for massage therapists. Sweetie, you're paying for a massage therapist when all it takes for you is just to be around a real man. But you really need to know a Black Knight. That way, before you actually become his Twilight, you're more or less like his prototype of a woman. You know, he's not going to quite have intercourse with you yet, sexual intercourse, but he can at least attend to you, you know, when you want him around, you know, and he'll spend some time with you. He'll massage you. He'll hold you in ways that another person has never held you. You know, he'll show you the way a real man holds you. He'll show you the way a real man is attentive to you, the way he listens to you, the way he wants you to be around him. You'll experience that with him. But there's a lot you have to do in order to get to that point, you know. So it goes back to what I mentioned about the prototype woman prior to her becoming a Twilight. You know, you're in that stage of being his prototype. You know, he's intimate with you, but he's not sexual with you yet. See, when that sex happens, that's when you actually become his twilight. Because, ladies, when you're actually in a sexual situation with a Black Knight type of a guy, it brings up certain feelings that you never felt as the feminine gender before. There's going to be things about you on the inside you can't control, even though you've suppressed it for other lower vibrational type of guys. There's things in you that are going to make you almost kind of gasp because you're like, oh, wow, like, what are you doing to me? Like, I feel good, but I never felt like this before. Like, how did you know me? You know, like, and you don't say much, but there's a lot that comes with what you say. You haven't done much, but there's a lot that comes with what little you've been able to do. I've never had a guy like you around. But yes, she sees you as that. That's what you will be in your life. That's the way he will be in your life, ladies. You'll see him as like a god amongst men, meaning that he's so godly, meaning that he's more or less he's something that you just haven't encountered before, like and that you wish you would have met this type of guy when you were younger, ladies. You would be like, if I could look back on my life. And it's not that you necessarily just wanted to fool around. I don't buy too much into this idea that a lot of chicks just want to go out and have fun. I believe that a lot of y'all just didn't know better. It could also be the way you've been raised to a certain extent, or the lack of being raised. Or maybe your family was too overprotective, but they did not want to tell you the truth, show you the truth that these white knights are no good, that these shape-shifting bad boys are just bad boys. They're not real men. And that you should be looking forward to being around a Black Knight who's going to be, of the fatherly type. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by the fatherly type is just someone that you literally can look up to, someone that you can put your head on his chest and he can hold you and let you know that it's going to be all right. You wish that you had that when you were younger, but it's not too late. As you get older, it does become too late. So don't let it be too late, ladies. If you have had to where you just didn't know better and you weren't really trying to fool around, but life happens, I get that. Now's the time to, come into the presence of a man that's a Black Knight. And the way it is, because we look at this society, ladies, like, well, I don't personally know you, the other Ray J. So how can I know a guy that's similar to you that I can kind of see he has certain qualities that you have, this idea of being a Black Knight? Well, first and foremost, subscribe to Ice Turner's channel. Shout out to Ice. So he breaks down things a certain way too. We kind of have this similar thing going on, and we're working on some projects on the side we're trying to bring out to y'all. So we'll let y'all know about it as time goes on. We just kind of low key, Rolls Royce with it, no advertisement. But when y'all see the project, y'all see the product, y'all gonna be like, wow, high quality. So, but yeah, let me read off what he said before I go on. Ice Turner said, the other Ray J, masculine energy is the manifestation of space and feminine energy is the manifestation of time. A man who seems distant and aloof may come emotionally close to you very fast. And then you also said, Ice, just like a woman who seems friendly and close to you may actually be very emotionally distant from you. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I actually don't want the chick that acts like she knows me right away. I would rather her not like anything about me at all. I mean, how can I invade her cosmos if she's used to being invaded on a regular basis? An invasion usually is of a foreign thing that's never came into her area before. I don't want her to be like, oh, I've been used to Black Knights like you. Some of them be like that. They be like, oh, I've been around guys like you before. Oh, no, sweetie. You have not been around someone like me before. No, you have not. Don't say that. So being aloof, like I said, really helps with this idea that she knows that you're not like other guys. And when it's finally time for you to invade her cosmos, per se, invade her space, galaxy, then she knows that, yeah, you are totally different. You're different with your conversation, your talks, even your loving. Literally. You said, Emma, How do you know if a man is pretending, Ray J, to be a Black Knight? It goes back to the shape shifting bad boy, sweetie. It goes back to that because you'll have someone like a Future, not calling out Future, just saying. You know, a lot of chicks fall for certain guys that come off a certain way. They seem masculine. They have this pseudo masculinity. He's not honest with you. He's going to be inconsistent. That's the main thing, Emma. He's going to be inconsistent with you. You know, he may be persistent at first just to get your attention, but then he starts to fall away. That's why a lot of chicks, they hold back sex so much from guys. You know, as a Black Knight type of an individual, we're similar, but in a different way. Now, see, with the generality of most of the feminine gender, they hold back sex because that's literally all they have. You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing is with, you know, you as a young lady, or even you ladies that are coming into, you know, your true knowledge of this information I'm giving you, especially with what being a twilight is, you have more to offer a man than just sex. But a lot of times you quickly have sex with this bad boy, and that's all you have. You don't have nothing else, no other substance as the feminine gender around a man, whether we're a bad boy or not, I guess. And so the bad boy knows that. He just came there to take from you. He was already having in mind to take that from you, you see. Now, see, the Black Knight type of guy never thinks that way. He never thinks that I'm going to take this sexual experience from her. I'm going to take this from her, because the feminine gender is not designed to give anyway. You're designed to receive, sweetie. So my thing is, this is why the Black Knight type does not give to everybody, right? Sweetie, you shouldn't be receiving everybody. That's what it is. You should not be receiving everybody. The Black Knight does not give himself to everybody, you know. But the bad boy, who's the shapeshifter, he'll appear as a Black Knight type, even though he's not. But he's always giving himself to everybody. Now, make no mistakes, because I know everybody got their views on what different types of unions are and what they equate to cheating or not, or, you know, a lot of people who are for monogamy or not. That's not what I'm talking about. So let's kind of put that aside, you know, because a lot of what people think cheating is, or unions, or whatever, however way you see yourself being with people, a lot of us misunderstand these things. And slowly but surely, I'll talk about these things in days to come as time goes on. That's why this channel is here, you know. But before I continue on, let's continue on with what everybody has to say. You said exactly, Brown Do Life. Even though Future has a song called Honest, you know, he was just making confessions like Usher. He wasn't even being honest. He just making confessions. You know, a lot of what the bad boy is a finesse. It's a finesse game. That's what it is with most bad boys. They are good finessers. They are good at trying to have ladies out there think that they're real men. They come off like they're tough and macho and real masculine, but it doesn't take much for you to see where he's lacking, you know, like a lot of those type of guys say on the street when they have problems with each other. You know, I'm gonna catch that op lacking. So yes, the bad boy be lacking. So keep that in mind, ladies. You don't want a bad boy. You want a Black Knight. That's what you want, because that's what being a real man is in these times in 2021 going forward. Ladies, you want to end up the twilight to the Black Knight. That's what you want to be. I want y'all to think about that, twilight. Check out my videos about twilights, or ask me about it in some of my other videos. If you can't find the videos about twilights, I'd be more than happy to show you that. Feel free to email me. You know, I'll give you all the information that I can about twilights. I believe in 2021 going forward, given the date of this live stream, ladies need to be learning how to become more like twilights. Hey, it was good, Venom. I should have known you'd be here for this one. I just mentioned you earlier, fam, so it's good to see you back. And by the way, everybody loves that live stream that we did together. Everybody's still talking about it to this day. So you had a lot of good stories about your life as a Black Knight. Now, as of now, you know, Venom, he transitioned into being a monk, because for some guys, you don't have to remain a Black Knight. You know, some guys do transition, but he does have definitely the life story of a Black Knight, you know. And feel free to subscribe to his channel as well. He's got a lot of good content, and it's good to see you around once again, brother. Let me see. Emma, you said good point. Do you mean invade her mind first? So do you withdraw the poom at first? That's also Venom's favorite word as well, poom. And of course, Venom will quickly tell you, yes, I'm not interested in the poom at first, you know? And same here. I mean, I think about the poom. I'm not going to lie, but that's not where I'm at because, just based on how things been in my life, it's just about knowing you for you. You're used to guys coming at you for what? One thing. And guess what? It's not really that I'm trying to do you a favor. I'm also doing myself a favor. Why? Because I'm used to females coming at me for what? One thing, and I know if you checked out the previous live stream that me and Venom did about Black Knights, he talked about that a lot too. He got tired of females just coming at him for just one thing. And so I think that's what real masculine men that get to this point in their life start to realize, like, yo, that becomes very draining. It becomes very toxic because I know that she don't really love me like that. She just love, that one thing about me. A lot of times it ain't the money. It's, it's that one other thing that we gonna be PG about tonight. Yeah. Let me see. You said Ice, you said guys make the mistake in trying to understand female nature instead of just enjoying the experience that you create in her. Exactly. Bingo. Bingo. And I think like that's key with the Black Knight being aloof like he is. He's not even trying to understand her at that particular moment, because this is scorched earth that we live in right now, y'all. This is a burning down kingdom. Yes, I said it. It's about her understanding him, but in essence, she understands herself through her understanding of him. And really, that's all he understands. He understands his own reflection. So if she's not reflecting him, he's going to be just basically deflecting. If you're not reflecting, he's going to be deflecting. That's the mindset of a man that's a Black Knight type, in essence of a Black Knight's life. He's all about that even in life, not just amongst the feminine, also amongst the masculine, the less masculine types. If he ain't around guys that reflect him a certain way, he's deflecting those guys too. He's not giving them the time of the day. He ain't even trying to hear what they got to say because he ain't got time for that. He ain't got time for a guy want to do all this riff raff and talk all this noise. A Black Knight ain't got time for that because, like I said, you got basically the Black Knight has a nice sword, as you see right there. He got a nice sword, but he uses that to cut the heads off the Medusas, off the spinsters that are sinister, those type, or the damsels that become demons, like I've said before, but he also has that sword for these white knights, and he has that sword for these shape-shifting bad boys, or just anybody trying to, test his armor. Literally, you're trying to test his armor, so it's like the Black Knight is not the type that's going to warn you. He might, but he might not. So it's like, just keep your distance, bro. Keep your distance. I'm a cool guy to get along with. Let's keep it that way because you don't want to know the other way. And I don't even want to know the other way. It's kind of like what, and I guess I'm going to have to cuss for this one. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's like what Mystical said. I know y'all can't fuck with me because I can't fuck with my damn self. That's definitely the mindset of a Black Knight. So, but yeah, but these are things that the Black Knight rarely has to utter because rarely do people try to test his armor like that. And usually if one tests his armor, that's because they are white knights supported by the gynocracy. The gynocracy ain't got it doesn't just have anything to do with like relationships and marriage. It has everything to do with this system, this matrix. You know what I'm saying? Any dude that comes off like a white knight, like he's just trying to put you in jeopardy, test your integrity. He's literally trying to test your armor. I ain't got time for that. I don't know about y'all fellas. I ain't got time for that. I just keep it moving. But as long as he don't come close, he good. You feel me? You could talk all your talk. Your words don't hurt me. And sticks and stones do not break my bones. I got on some very nice armor. But stay over there. you know, stay over there. Got on some nice armor. I don't want to harm you, you know. So I try to let people know, I'm a cool dude, but just keep it cool with me. I'll keep it cool with you, So it's like that in the Black Knight's life, but it's also because people try their best to come off a certain way towards him because of the fact that, simply put, the Black Knight is quiet. He moves a certain way. He don't try to bother nobody. Got to get a sip of this wine, y'all. All right. So exactly, Venom. Don't force me to swat the gnats. Exactly. Bingo. Yes, sir. Yep. Very powerful, Ice. Yes, yes, mystical. That's the dude. Now, let's talk more about this, because now Venom's in the building as well. And like I said, check out that previous live stream that me and Venom did about Black Knights. A Black Knight's life, where he's talking about his life as a Black Knight, as he once was. Now, the thing is we hear all this game talk right now. What I'm saying, all these game boys out here. They don't know nothing about the real game. But guess what? The Black Knight knows about the real game, but does not talk about it. Why? Because the Black Knight actually is living in the real game. The Black Knight is maneuvering through the real game. And little do y'all know, someone like Venom he's no longer part of moving in that. The monks live up in the mountains. But you got to think the knights are still out there in the battlefield. The field, get it? The real game is the field. The matrix moving through the grid. So it's okay for you to, what I'm saying, it's okay for you to move like that, but you have to move as a Black Knight. See, out here in this field, you're either moving one way. You're moving as a Black Knight or as a White Knight. You talk about these chess pieces on the board. They talk about this game, all these moves you make. But see, the Black Knight, however, he doesn't move the way that everybody wants him to move on this chessboard, this field. The Black Knight don't move that way. He doesn't really move at anyone's beck and call. In essence, the Black Knight is not the color black on the chessboard. You got the black, the black pieces and the white pieces, if you will, that you move across the chessboard. But the Black Knight is not either color. No, they're not either color. The Black Knight is not either of those colors. He just moves around the chessboard. He doesn't get moved on the chessboard, if that makes sense. So that is definitely the Black Knight for you. And so in essence, what we see right now with all this that is going on, yeah, that's right, Emma. Game boys, game over for them. But what we see that's going on even right now out here in society, what we've seen in a lot of the different mental spheres, whether Black mental sphere or white mental sphere. I just say mental sphere in general, though. And we see all this going on, but yet there's still those out here. This is, yes, scorched earth. We get that. But as long as you're being a lady, he can be a gentleman. So yes, ladies, the Black Knight is the quintessential gentleman. But he's only being a gentleman if you're being a lady. It's that simple, And so if you're not a lady, he gonna think you crazy and he gonna act real shady. Yes, he is. He gonna act real shady. He'll be the type that will not open the door for you. In general, this type of guy, he does not open the door for anybody unless she's a lady in his life. Or if she treats him like a gentleman, no, not that she treats him like a gentleman. She respects him for the gentleman that he is. Then he's going to respect her for the lady that she's being around him at that time. You see? So that's really what's key, I think. That makes to where I think what's been so misunderstood is that there aren't guys out there that know about women, but yet they never had to understand them. You know what I'm saying? That people don't think this exists, but it does. But these guys are not players. These guys are not pimps or whatever you want to call it. They're none of that. They're the Black Knight types. Some people can say, well, are you guys Max? I guess, but they don't call themselves Max. They just know about what real Macking is, but they don't really call that. They talk about it to everybody else because everybody else has their own definition of Macking, you know. But yes, you can apply Mac to Black Knight as well. But needless to say, someone of this type, the life of a Black Knight, he's not out here on a regular basis outside of the internet talking to everybody about Mac. And that's not the way he gets down. That's just the way his life is, though, if that can be of clarity to everybody. You said fire packing. It's good to see you up in the building, fam. You said, how does the Black Knight act around other men? Oh, you just stepped in. I just talked about that earlier today. But just to give you an idea, once more, you know, just real quick, it's just like with what I mentioned earlier about Mystical. Mystical, he said in his song, I know y'all cannot fuck with me because I can't fuck with my damn self. So basically, the Black Knight, he the type that he's so much, he can be pretty much like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that he just tries to be calm all the time. He don't have time for that. You know, he don't have time for smoke. He got time for lava. You feel me? So he tries to keep things cool. You feel me? Cool. He's smooth. He calm. He the best guy that you ever met. He could be your best friend. You ain't gonna even know what it's like for him to be your worst enemy. He won't even give you a chance for that, if that makes sense. So he can be overkill, or he can just be like, you know, like I said, yo homie. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to be the homie to the Black Knight type. He that type of dude that he ain't scared of no gangster, no drug dealer, no cop, but he's always into the truth. He's always righteous. You know what I'm saying? He's that type of guy. So he's similar to Denzel Washington off the Book of Eli. If y'all seen that movie, he's similar to that type of guy. And of course, he's similar to what y'all see in the thumbnail with Will Smith when he was on the movie I, Robot. That's one of the scenes that y'all see in the thumbnail. You know, he's similar to that guy too. You said Brown Do Life. The other Ray J, how was Mystical's music? Man, Mystical's music was good before he started getting locked up. I ain't gonna even lie. And I'm gonna, shout out to Mystical. But yeah, man, back in them old days before he started getting locked up, I liked his music a lot. But he had some things going on. I won't talk about it right now. That's not what this live is about. But yeah, I'd say before he started going to jail a lot, his music was amazing. And I still listen to a lot of his older music. It's better than a lot of his new music. And Mystical still has a great sound. He still has like a timeless style that I think even for this times, if he knew how to refine it and he had a good producer behind him, he would be amazing right now. Yeah, Mystical would be amazing right now. But that's just my opinion, But yeah, let me continue on because I sort of, this is really like something to really unpack in so many different ways. And let me see this here. Who knows? I might even open up the panel so that other guys can give me their take on the whole Black Knight talk. You said Polo. That's a good question. Is the Black Knight an extrovert? Is both introvert and extrovert? I believe so. I believe so, fam. You want to know why I think so? Because, the Black Knight still has on his armor. He's walking amongst the battlefield, the game, but the battlefield. So it's a scorched earth field. You know what I'm saying? So he has his armor on. So that's the extrovert side of him. However, he's introvert with it because he doesn't reach out to everybody. He minds his own business. But he's only attentive to people that are worthy of his attention. So yes, put introvert and extrovert together, you get the word ambivert. So yeah, that's the definition of introvert and extrovert combined. You said Brown Do Life. You'll listen to his music later. Yeah. Oh yeah. That song Shake That Ass. Oh yeah, that was before he started going to jail a lot. He was on that verge. Yeah, so that song was very foretelling. So that's another story. That kind of gives you a hint too as to why I don't want to talk about that right now. So yeah. But continuing on, uh yeah, men's scars are different, especially with the Black Knight. He's very unapologetic about who he is, what he's been through. But ladies, there's this sense of masculine energy about him that you cannot deny. Similar to what you thought the bad boy had when you first met him. You thought he was real, but then you found out he was fake, though. But see, the Black Knight is always real. You see his scars, but he has nothing to hide. And he's not going to leave you, because that's the big thing I know with ladies. You just want to know that, oh, he's so rough and rugged, but I hope he doesn't leave me. Well, a Black Knight ain't that type to leave you. Okay. He's not that type. When he's committed to you, he's committed to you. Unlike a bad boy. However, just don't give the Black Knight a reason for him to tell you that you need to leave. The Black Knight never leaves, but he'll tell you to leave, you know, because he's walking through this battlefield, you know, in this life. And the last thing he needs is a burden around him, you know. So especially if you're like the foxy type, you're the one with a lot of natural beauty to yourself, and you want to be amongst him past the twilight, given that you've had sex with this type of guy, be good around him. Be pleasant. Be a blessing, you know? Don't be a curse, because he has what it takes to break curses. Let's put it that way. You said Fire Pack, does the Black Knight sleep around if not in a relationship? I don't believe so. You know, because to him, a relationship is like, to him, sex is marriage. So he's not going to sleep around with a chick he's not going to commit with. Because you got to think, in scorched earth, he ain't got time to be laying up with anybody. He's trying to survive. He don't have time for that. So even in this day and age right now, because with this particular live stream style, I try not to speak so much in medieval times. So even now, he don't have time to be around a chick that he's not committed to, because of her not showing her commitment to him. So to him, when he lays down with a chick, that's literally the marriage. That's literally the relationship right there. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really do the whole sleeping around thing. You know, every chick he's around, he's committed to, you know. But for him, it's definitely about quality, not quantity. Yeah, because in between that, he just doesn't have time. He's focused. You know what I'm saying? He's all about just trying to make it through the battlefield of this life every single day, especially if he's got a lot on his plate, a lot of things he has to deal with, a lot of different obstacles. You know, he wants someone around that, you know, if she's the Twilight type, and especially if she has this foxy aspect of her, that's going to be peaceful for someone like him. Very peaceful. Anything less than that, he's not going to be committed to, and he's not going to want to sleep around with a female like that. You know, he ain't going to care if she text him, call him. He going to ignore all that stuff, because he knows that she's not beneficial to him. She's just a burden that he will have to drag amongst this scorched earth of a battlefield. You said ice. You said a woman's dream state is very rapid. It jumps from admiration to love, from love to matrimony. In a moment, invading her cosmos is tapping into her emotional electromagnetic wavelengths, her transmitter. Exactly. Exactly. So there's a lot you could put into her dream. The Black Knight type of guy definitely puts a lot into her dream, into her third eye, into her sensories, because he's tapping into her other senses, not just the one that is below the belly. You know, he's also getting at the things that are above her eye, you know, in her heart. You know, he's truly endearing with her. Now, this is also something else that I've said this before in a previous live stream about Black Knights and Twilights. But ladies, what's important is your voice. Your voice has to be calm, soft spoken. You know what I'm saying? But the same thing be with the Black Knight. He definitely has a manly, calm voice, a very fatherly voice, a voice that is assurance to you that everything is fine. So ladies, you have to also know that as a cue of a certain man. He has a certain voice that's calm all the time. Even if he's mad at you, he's calm, because at least if he's mad at you, he knows that you're not a burden to him. Okay. Now, if you turn out to be a burden to him, there's probably not going to be much he say at that time. He might just tell you that, hey, you got to go. but hopefully it never gets to that point, right? You know, so and hopefully a black knight type of a guy never gets to that point of being around a female like that. But the funny thing is, a lot of those females end up trying to come back to him because why? A lot of them just don't know better. They realize, well, I can't find a guy like this. I can't find one like this guy out there. There was something about him. I can't find a guy like him. So, fellas, you'll be like, so what really made you come back? Well, I couldn't find a guy like you out there. Like, what do you mean? It's just something about you. You pretty much got to take what she say at that moment, more or less, because a lot of females ain't gonna say that. However, grain of salt. Let's see if she can season it. Go from there. But that is a good sign, fellas, if she leaves and she comes back and she says that, because a lot of females that aren't women will not admit such things because they think they're right. When they leave, they think, oh, I could find someone else instead of finding you. Well, obviously she didn't find someone else besides you. That's why she came back, because she wasn't supposed to find somebody else. This is scorched earth. Why are you out here trying to find somebody else in scorched earth? When you see a black knight type, that's like the opportunity of a lifetime, ladies. That's the guy you want to keep around in your life. That's the guy you don't want to walk away from. That's the type of guy you don't want to move on from, because there ain't too many of the black knights. For every one black knight, there's about 1,000 white knights. Just keep that in mind. And for every one black knight, there's about 100,000 shape-shifting bad boys trying to act like they're black knights. But yeah, I guess we can also double the numbers of the white knights too. Heck, the shape-shifting bad boys and the white knights, they're about the same. There's just millions and dozens of them versus one black knight type of a guy. Yeah. So he's a rare thing. So when you meet a guy like this, ladies, don't let him walk away, and don't walk away from him, because I'm telling you right now, you're just not going to find that type of guy out there. And last time I checked, it takes actually 10 years for you to really know somebody. 5 years for you to really start to understand if you're actually going to be able to stay with that person. Food for thought. You said, Fire Pack, can a person have a mix of black knight traits and the bad boy traits? No, they can't have a mix of that. It's either one or the other. The bad boy just poses as the black knight. He poses. He's a poser. Okay. It's like the real deal versus knockoff. Like the song also said, ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. So yeah, there's no mix. It's either black knight or you're not, or you got a poser. The bad boy is the poser. He's trying to come off like he's this rough and rugged masculine type, but he's still a little boy. Hence, he's a bad boy, a boy that's being bad. Okay, that's all he is. Let me see. Where can I know there's a highlight. Okay, let me see who else said what. Let me see. So I know people saying y'all chopping it up tonight. I appreciate that, by the way. I'm trying to scroll down, see what y'all been saying so I can respond to y'all comments. Let me see here. See if y'all been talking. Let me see. Okay, well, cool. Y'all chopping it up though. I appreciate that. Yeah, any questions, feel free to drop that in the chat. It's 58 minutes in this live stream. And I just barely been talking. You said Fire Pack. So the Black Knight is the nice guy with an edge. Exactly, Fire Pack. And it's funny because I've been dropping a lot of gems with the nice guy, and I've been getting a lot of good feedback and a lot of views for that, because people aren't used to this idea that this is what the nice guy really is. That's what he really is. I even dropped the idea that the nice guy was actually the we talk about the cleanup man, but it's not what you think as the cleanup man, like the nice guy that finished last and he takes the leftovers. No. When you're dealing with a female that's not a woman, obviously she hasn't been taught how to be a woman. So there's a lot she has to learn in regards to being around a man. She's never experienced that. So despite what she claims she has experienced, she really hasn't experienced anything. So the cleanup man, in regards to the caliber of guy I'm speaking of tonight, he's more or less like her doctor, like her surgeon, and she's in desperate need of it in the midst of this scorched earth. However, she has to be willing, and she has to be willing to put out more than she's ever put out for any other guy. And she has to show all of this early on. And she has to show a high level of commitment for the long run, not the short term, not for here and there, not for until times get rough. See, the Black Knight type of a guy can peep all this very early. So he doesn't make it easy for her because of how difficult she could end up being in the first place. Now, the easier she is, the easier he'll be. There'll always still be this edge, like you said, Firepack, but it won't be as sharp. You know, it'll just be enough to where she knows, like, hey, don't play them games with me. There's a lot you got to learn. But if you're around me and you really are great with me, it's going to be great with you. You know, you're really being that twilight in my life. You know, twilight is simple. You're taking twilight is just a reflection of the sunlight before the sun actually rises. You know, that's all the twilight is. So as long as you're being a reflection to that man's light, you're his twilight. It's that simple. Be his twilight. It's gonna be all right. It's that simple, you know. Uh, but yeah, only a white knight gets on his knee. You know, all this idea of a guy getting on his knee, proposing, "Hey, will you marry me?" That's the white knight. The black knight is not going to get on his knee. He's not that kind of guy. You know, he's the type that where in his life he'll have chicks asking him, she'll be like, "Hey, will you be with me?" Long before he would ever be the type to get on his knee to be like, "Will you marry me?" He's not the type of guy that's going to visit her family, not because he doesn't respect her family, but he knows her family is lost, disrespectful, and they still live in a gynocracy. And all he's trying to do is get her to see that. Like, yo, your family's cool, but they're not going to understand my lifestyle. They're not going to understand me for who I am and why you're even with me in the first place. I don't need them questioning me. I don't need none of that. If they respect me and they appreciate me early on, then cool. I don't mind meeting your family. That's cool. But otherwise, I don't want nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? And then uh he hardly lets a lady know about his family either. Because most black knights, what? They're by themselves out there in the battlefield. It's not that important that you know where he comes from. You know what I'm saying? It's more or less he's seeing where you're coming from because you're out there in the scorched earth. He saw you out there. You know, he's just going about living his life. But over time, there's pieces he'll let you know about his family and about who he is as a person. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're being good to him, he's going to be good to you. Once again, if you're being a reflection of his light as a twilight, he's going to only continue to put his light on you. You know what I'm saying? Because in essence, ain't it about bringing to light the things that were dark? Ain't this what this is all about? That's what it's supposed to be about. So that's the thing. The Black Knight loves to have a woman in his life, but only if she's willing to accept his light. And that's very far few in between. So that keeps him more or less like, yo, um, I got to keep things a certain way in my life because I don't have time for no one trying to set me up, no one trying to falsely accuse me, someone that doesn't appreciate the love that I have, that I still have, despite how hurt I've been. They can see how much I've endured. That's what makes me different from these other guys. I can endure, you know what I'm saying? But no one's going to try to make me out like as if I'm weak. I'm far from that. You said, Ice, reflecting on your experiences is the best book to read and understand the difference between what you've experienced and the history behind it. That's how to detect old thinking or unhealthy emotions. Oh yeah, all day long, all day long. Yes, indeed. Uh, and that's definitely what the Black Knight does. That's actually part of his catalyst as to why he gets up every day. Because he's constantly reflecting on his experiences. He sees his scars every day. He sees the damage to his armor. However, he sees how strong his armor is versus everybody else's. And I had to get a sip to that one. Now, different level, different agents. The more Neo advanced, the more difficult the agents were. The key is not to be on their level. That's what they want you to do. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be on their level. You just don't. You avoid it. So the Black Knight thinks about this all the time. He doesn't try to be on nobody's level. He's on his own level. He's moving through the field the way he moves through the field. He lets everybody else play on the chessboard. He just walks across the chessboard because he's not part of the battlefield, the chessboard, the game. He just walks across. He walks. He's literally like that one piece that walks across, and nobody can do nothing about it. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can grab it. Nobody can do nothing. You know, no matter what you throw at it, you can shoot it. He's just still walking through. You know, he's like a juggernaut. You can't take him down. You know. Um, you said also, Ice. You said, can't bring that into new situations, although they aren't alike but have similar issues and patterns. Oh yeah, all day. Yep, that too. You said, Fire Pack. You said the other Ray J. So the Black Knight is the lone wolf that you speak on as well. Yes, the real lone wolf, not the Sigma male. A lot of people think lone wolf and Sigma are the same. They're not the same. You know, they're not the same. So I've talked about that many times. I haven't had no rebuttals because a lot of what I've said is really true in regards to the way a lot of people have tried to put this together. That's for another day. Anybody want to have a live stream about that with me? Email me in the about section. But yeah, no debates though. I don't do debates, so that I don't do. So if you want to debate, we can't relate. So, but yeah, he's definitely the lone wolf type of guy, Firepack. You know, but he's had to constantly redefine himself in this day and age, just because of the way the world tries to define him and label him once they find out more or less about the way he is. So what I mean by this is, for example, let's just talk. Let's just keep it a buck. Black guys. Okay. I'm not the type of guy that wants to be stereotyped as like any other type of black guy. So in a Black Knight's life, he's already been living a certain way to where you cannot stereotype him. But yet people will still try. But see, the fact that they can't stereotype him because he's definitely like the lone wolf type. You can't stereotype him because he does things different anyway. He's very aloof, like the wolf is. You know what I'm saying? He's into his own world. You know what I'm saying? You just have to be a part of it. You know, so a lot of people can't track him down. A lot of people can't put him in a trap. A lot of people can't track him down. A lot of people can't put him in a trap. A lot of people cannot put a tracking device on him. They can't do none of that stuff with him, you know? And so, you know, you might be the type of guy like, I ain't like these other dudes. Like you keep trying to put me in that same bracket as other black guys. I'm nothing like them. And it's clear as day that you can see that. That's why you feel some type of way. But hey, I hate to bust your bubble. But I guess maybe I could be this thing like that's similar to a Black Knight, or you might see me as this lone wolf type, but I'm definitely not a Sigma male type, but there's definitely something different about me for sure. Oh yeah. You said Emma. It's 22 young, Ray J. My judgment is still poor. How do I improve my judgment also? What you mean by is 22 young? Are you 20? Or are you talking about the Black Knight type of guy being 20? But let's continue on. This idea of not taking females seriously. But see, here's the thing. Black Knights also don't take males seriously either. They don't take females seriously and they don't take males seriously, you know, but weirdly so, the Black Knight is more quick to not take a male seriously. You know, he's not quick to take a male seriously because, you know, it's more or less the exchange of the feminine and the masculine. So the female that can prove that she can be more or less a woman in that man's life, that's a Black Knight, you know, she becomes this Twilight, whether she's the foxy type or not, then he'll take her more seriously as time goes on. But a male, No, if you're not cut from the same cloth as this guy is, he don't really take you seriously at all. He just keeps it moving because it's a battlefield situation, even right now. You know what I'm saying? You don't take guys seriously that you think is gonna try to kill you out here. You know, it's that simple. You said, oh Emma, you 20. Okay, so let me go back to what you said then. Okay. It's 22 young, Ray J. My judgment is still poor. How do I improve my judgment also? Okay, well, I'd say this. First and foremost, just to give you a simple rundown, make sure that he has a commanding voice like mine. Commanding, okay? Not demanding, commanding, like Ice would say. He has a commanding voice. He has a very strong voice. He talks from a very simple place. Um, Another thing, he's not over emotional. He has emotions, but he's not emotional. He knows how to, you know, be calm. So that's another thing. He's calm. Um, let's get off into the appearance. Okay, so like in the thumbnail, when y'all saw Will Smith, you saw the way he wore his clothes, and you see similar to what this Black Knight guy is wearing on the screen. Simplistic clothing, very nice clothing, not too overly over the top, not too gaudy, not looking all thuggish, ruggish. Not looking like some dude out the trap, but very clean clothes. He's clean. Oh yeah, ladies, he smells good. You can smell that he smells good, right? You ain't never heard nobody say that before. You can smell that he smells good. Whether he smells like the linen on his clothes, like they just got out the laundry, or he got on some decent cologne that's not too gaudy, or you smell some of his natural odors, but it's not like overly musty. He smells good. Now, there is going to be that time, ladies, you're going to end up smelling his must. However, it's going to be a combinational smell because you're going to already be used to his other smell. So it's just going to be a layered smell. And so it's just going to be a smell that you're accustomed to and that you're attracted to because it's coming from a good energy. So a lot of that put together. He has a clean shave, you know. I'm not saying he's going to be looking all like pretty boy, like a pop singer, but he's clean. He keeps himself up. He takes care of himself. Even if he hasn't had a full clean shave in a long time, he's still keeping his self neat. You know what I'm saying? But you know that he's doing it for him. He ain't doing it to impress females. He's taking care of himself for him. You know, the guy that tends to want to impress all the females with the way he looks, he ain't gonna be that much of a man when you get around him, Emma. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Let me see. Ice, you said the Black Knight is an optimist who creates opportunities out of his difficulties, just like Ghost from Power. Exactly. I mean, and you got to think like in Scorched Earth, you know that he's being optimist because of what he's had to go through. When he realized how strong his armor is, I mean, what else is he gonna do? He's like, I guess I got it like that. I don't think about what I got every day, but I got it like that, but I still carry myself a certain way, like as if I don't have it like that. I don't want people to think that I know what I got, just that humility. Whereas with the White Knight type of guy, he's going to be showing off. He's going to be always thinking he got it like that until he ends up in a situation like he's in a UFC ring and he going to get knocked the fuck out, that's when you realize he didn't have it like that, right? And that also goes for the shape-shifting bad boys. Okay, he gonna think that he got that smoke, but he gonna get smoked out. He gonna choke on the smoke. You know what I'm talking about? You said Ice. A male is someone who opted out of his masculinity for the illusion of comfort and convenience of being effeminate. Exactly. Let's not, everybody just keeping y'all in mind. I do the female woman logic, but that also applies for male and man. Okay. So that's a great example that Ice brought up. Males opt out of their masculinity for the illusion and comfort and the convenience of being effeminate, and they don't even realize they're being effeminate. Okay, uh, men don't do this. Men do not do this. We don't live in illusions. We don't live in actual comfort. Comfort for a real man is a reward. You know, we don't even see it as a luxury. Yeah, I mean, it's cool the word luxury, but for a real man that's out there working hard, comfort is a reward. It's not really a luxury. There are nice things I like, yes, but it's a reward for me. It's not really a comfort. And there are things that I like that are nice that I also use, but that's because it was designed for that. Okay, so that's another thing to think about. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's see what y'all talking about. And I appreciate y'all being here at this live stream with me. It is an hour and 15 minutes in, and we are having a good time, are we not? And yes, I always tend to forget this, but maybe y'all just know by now. But hopefully y'all got y'all popcorn, y'all nachos, y'all hot dogs, and your soda. Okay. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this doozy that could have been a movie. Okay. You said Fire Pat, the other Ray J. That's one way I can tell if I'm a white knight or a black knight. Yeah, exactly, fam. Depending on where you're coming from, because you know, I know it's all like not in real time as far as the replies, but just let me know what you mean by oh. Let me take that back. Let me stop myself in my track, Fire Packs. You said the other Ray J, what's one way I can tell if I'm a white knight or a black knight? Well, simply put, fam, one way is you just don't want to be like this society. You know, you want to not be like this society. And it's not because you're an outcast or anything like that. It's mainly because you can do better than what society has offered you. So you got to think the mindset of a black knight has already been made up in that regard. He felt he could do better than what the kingdom that he left could offer him at that time. He left that kingdom. So you feel that way about society. There's a lot of things you can do in this society that's better than what this society actually offers. You know, that's mainly what it's all about. So that comes from a lot of what we consider dating, relationships, marriage, the way you choose to live your life, the kind of car you drive, the kind of clothes you wear, the type of music you listen to, the type of food you eat, etc. And yes, the type of ladies that you run into. Now, this is going to be an eye opener for everybody because one thing I do want to bring up, and maybe I'll touch on this more. There's this whole added statement that you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. We hear that. But what if I were to tell you that, you know, you just don't see her as a hoe? You know, a lot of ladies been through a lot of things, and some of them were forced into their situations. But there may be something about you that she sees that's a black knight about you, to where she did not see you as a trick. You know what I'm saying? She didn't see you as a trick. And in essence, she wants the treats that you may offer her for her just being pleasant in your life. And this doesn't matter what her lifestyle was like, because really she wasn't living any type of life until she met you. So I'm not saying that you can actually turn a hoe into a housewife, but what I am saying is, she ain't gonna be a hoe around you. That's what I am saying. If you that black knight type of a guy, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be like a virgin around you because she wants to be that twilight in your life. Because no man has ever really given her what? Light. They've only given her what? Darkness. You see? So that's what I mean. Now you said also, Ice, you said being passive aggressive is effeminate behavior and also believe in the illusion of escaping conflict when you're supposed to embrace the difficulties of it in order to mature mentally from it. Yep. Yeah, I never believed in that passive aggressive talk. That people just, they be bugging me up with all that. It's like I'm very direct. If I have something to say, I'm gonna say it. I used to get in fist fights with people twice my age because I was direct with what I said. I don't care if I got beat up. I was direct. They remember that. They're like, Ray gonna be something else when he get older because he don't bite his tongue. If I don't like you, I don't like it. If I felt like you said something, I'm gonna tell you right in your face. I don't hold back, you know. But usually the Black Knight type of guy tries to avoid those situations because if he has to do something about it, it's not going to be pretty for the other person. So we try to avoid all that, you know, avoid all that by just, hey, you stay over there and I'm gonna be over here. Like what Venom said earlier, I don't want to have to swipe, you know, I don't want to have to swat at the gnat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to do that because I can, but I don't want to have to do that. You said Fire Pack, definitely a Black Knight. Okay, there you go, man. You an official Black Knight, fam, for sure. Most definitely. You said Emma, opting out of the norm. Exactly. Bingo. That's what it is. Yeah, you said stimulus versus response ratio. Yeah, for sure, for sure. That is definitely true, fam. Well, y'all chopping it up here. Let me see what else y'all got to say. Oh yeah, yeah, the story of your life. Yeah, man. You know what? Hey, makes two of us. Make the three of us with Fire Pack. Also, Brown Do Life, make the four of us. Venom, make the five of us. And whoever else listening to this on the replay, whoever else checking this out in the clouds. If you can relate to this life of a Black Knight, hey, I'll give you a toast too. Yeah, you heard the wine and the ice. I give you a toast too. Now, I think a few more things I'm going to go over to wrap up this live stream here. It's just simply kind of a poetic thing I'm going to talk about, but not necessarily saying a poem. My thing more or less is, you know, just to really get down to everything. What I want to say is the Black Knight lives a very simple life. You know, he lives a life where he doesn't expect for people to be around his way. He's just trying to get through the scorched earth. He doesn't expect for people to stick around. He doesn't expect for people to come around. But he expects for people to be, you got to be great when you're around him, because he literally doesn't have time for anything else. He's happy with his home being quiet and his phone barely ringing, because that means no drama, no stress. He knows how to cook his own food. He's not stressing over the fact that he doesn't have a female around to cook him food. Now, if there is one that does come around, well, that's only because she's proven to be a prototypical woman that could end up his twilight. So basically, she's in the intimate phase with him prior to sexual, you know. But there's only so many other feminine gender like that that comes across him, because he has no time to deal with a damsel that could become a demon, or a spinster that can end up sinister. Okay. Oh yeah, you already know, Charlotte Swan. You already know, all Black Knights in the building. Yes, indeed. You said, Fire Pack, will you be having Venom back on the live stream? Oh yeah, most definitely. Pretty soon, you know, we just got to chop it up, you know, depending on what Venom's schedule looking like. You know, we definitely got some things that we want to talk about, you know. So yeah, we'll definitely be, you know, we got a surprise for y'all, me and Venom, for sure. But you said also, you said Brown Do Life. You said, yep, that's right, the other Ray J. We really are the Black Knights here, out of the Matrix, indeed. That's it. Out of the gynocracy. The White Knight still is in the gynocracy. And also the shape-shifting bad boy. Now, however, the shape-shifting bad boy also tries to be out in the battlefield, outside of the gynocracy, like the Black Knight. But he's actually playing. He's playing games in the field, playing games in the battlefield, trying to also play war games. What they talk about, them trap boys, them bad boys, that rat-a-tat-tat, you know what I'm saying? That's what they talk about, you know? So y'all know who the bad boys are. We know who they are. We know what they talk about. But the Black Knight, he's talking about righteousness, but he has an edge to him, like Fire Pack said. You said, Brown Do Life. You said, More people watching the Manosphere channels need to come through to this channel and learn about the Black Knight. I agree with that. Yes, I am the other Ray J, and I approve this message by Brown Do Life. Yes, indeed. Uh, you said Brown Do Life also. You said the other Ray J, the bad boys that came from TV. Yeah, I know, right? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? Now, see, here you go. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the Black Knight comes for you? But not that I even try. Not that a Black Knight even tries to come for that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you said Emma, fire live stream. Bless you guys. I feel relaxed and unjudged also. Hey, you know, that's what it is all about, Emma, here at this channel. This is not a male space, like you might hear them say in the manosphere. And hey, not hating on the manosphere, but I'm just saying this is not a male space. What this is here at this channel is a masculine space. The masculine welcomes the feminine as long as you're being feminine, you see? So you've been feminine, Emma. The masculine welcomes you. And yes, gentlemen's love to have ladies around. So that's the other thing. And I think I could round up the live stream from that point. Once again, as I said earlier, the Black Knight is definitely the quintessential gentleman. So he's the type that you might be like, well, you look so good and so handsome. How come you don't have kids yet? Why are you still single? Well, the Black Knight type really doesn't try to answer that question. The Black Knight type really answers the question with the question. Well, you asked me that question about why I'm still single and why I don't have kids and things like that. So I answered the question to you is, my answer to your question actually is, while you're here, why are you in front of me? You know? So basically, that's the answer to the question, if that makes sense to everybody. The reason why the Black Knight is quote unquote single, if you will, is really because there's always a lady that finds him interested. You know what I'm saying? You know, so singly, he's always singled out, you see, by the ladies. The ladies single out the gentleman, you know. So that's kind of what that is. You know, most guys that get married and they get tied up with the kids and all that stuff, you know, they're tied down because of the gynocracy. And that's not to say that a Black Knight type doesn't welcome marriage in the future or kids in the future, but he does that on his own terms, not based on society, not based on the gynocracy. It's based on his terms, how he would go about with that. And of course, if she doesn't like that, she doesn't have to like that. But just know that's what he likes. But you can get what you think you like from another guy. But just know that he probably won't be the Black Knight type that you are very attracted to. Okay. So sometimes, ladies, you just got to be like, yo, this dude different. Yo, I mean, kind of unconventional, but I'm loving it right now. I think I'm going to try this. It's different. I need different. In order to get what you never had, you got to do what you've never done. And I promise you, with the Black Knight type of guy, you're going to get that and then some. Okay. You said, what else here? You said, Ice, a Black Knight is always refining their ideas because the more you learn, the more you realize there's a lot to know about your life, your surroundings, etc. Yeah. Yeah. See, even Charlotte, she's a witness. She feels the same. We don't judge over here. Gentlemen love ladies. That's all I know. If we was all hanging out, I would have a spot for y'all. We would be on a nice yacht, but I don't know. It depends. Maybe y'all don't like the water, so we won't be on the yacht, but we will be somewhere nice, elegant, you know, champagne and wine, dressed up real nice, just enjoying each other, you know, enjoying each other's presence and blessings amongst each other. Really talking about love. And some of y'all probably will discover love, you know, amongst each other when y'all in my company, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm gonna find some love from some of y'all ladies that are here in the chat, even those listening to this on the replay. So you ever come to a spot like mine, you gotta have love that's there, because I'm gonna want that love from you, ladies. And the gentlemen that are around me, we all about that love. If you ain't about love, you can't enter the building. You know, we got this reservation here. The thing that's reserved is love. That's the only thing that's going to help you get into the building. You feel me? You said Wadness. Shalom. Hey, what's good, fam? Shalom, shalom. Yes, indeed. You said, okay, Brown Do Life, gonna take that shower. Yeah, check the rest of the replay. I'm just about wrapping it up right now. I'm just kind of talking my spiel right now anyway. But yeah, man, thanks for stopping by, putting out the links and everything, man. You're always doing what you need to do. Appreciate that. Yeah. You said what else everybody been saying? Uh oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit you up, man. On the hangout tip. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up on hangouts, man. I definitely got a surprise, man. We gonna woo, I got a bombshell of a surprise, man. We gonna really have an awesome live stream coming up very soon. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about it. Yeah, but yeah, look out for that. Me and Venom, we definitely got something we finna do real soon, y'all. But you said also Ice, the Black Knight wants to live the life of his ideals. His focus isn't on money and accolades, but his focus is on being able to wake up each day and doing exactly what he wants to do. Bingo, bingo, bingo. And uh is that not what the Black Knight does every day? He gets up doing exactly what he wants to do because he has to. He doesn't want to be consumed in the fires of the scorched earth that is around us. Yep, bingo. That's it too. That's it too, Fire Pack. The Black Knight is like a free spirit. Yes, very free, very aloof. All of that. You said also Venom. You would have to be a good woman to get me to stop monk life, ladies. LOL. Yeah, because he'll have to get back to being a Black Knight. You know what I'm saying? Once again, he's moved past the Black Knight, but he knows about being a Black Knight. Yeah. But yeah, y'all got to check that live stream out. Venom did that we did together, a Black Knight's life featuring Venom, in my playlist titled "Live Stream Collabs from Yours Truly." Truly, a lot of good gems in that for y'all, you know. But he's definitely telling the truth. But yeah, it's been good chopping it up with y'all, and it's definitely so much more jam-packed things to say that I can't really get out the way with this live stream alone. But I would guess one thing, and this is kind of on a somber note, but not a bad thing, like not negativity or nothing like that. But what it really is, and it kind of leads to some of the points Venom brings up. You know, the reason why, like, the Black Knight is very stoic, meaning he's just very numb to the things that go on around him, is because he knows that even though he knows having a twilight in his life is good, there's not really a chance that will come by. You know, beautiful twilights are very rare and rarely appreciated. Most people sleep during twilight. Get it? Whereas the Black Knight knows of twilights, but rarely sees them because it's always dark around him. All he sees is glowing cinders of a scorched earth. It would be nice every now and then if a twilight did occur when a day breaks, but it seems he is the day amongst the night. So rarely do twilights occur, but it's always great when they do, you know. But for the most part, the Black Knight doesn't expect these things to happen because most of the time it is dark around him and it's always burning cinders. Hopefully this live makes sense to some. Maybe this live did not make sense to others, but to the others that this live made sense to, feel free to hit that like button, especially those listening to this on the replay. And for those who are checking out my content, whether it's my uploads or my live streams, and you like what you hear, you like what you see, well, just know that there's definitely more in store. So feel free to subscribe, share this live, as well as my other content. Just go on my About section and then click on my playlist, and you'll see that I have a lot of different playlists at this channel that you can check out. You know, make sure that you hit that notification bell upon subscribing so that you get all of my uploads in real time. I'm still sort of in my off season, given the date of this live stream, but I still, on average, try to put out videos I try to put out videos 2 days out of the week. I still try to put out something every week, but I kind of slow my pace up between December and March because of the Hebraic calendar. Yeah, because of the Hebraic calendar that I use, I really work harder in March, because that's like my spring for me. But still, stick around, because definitely the content you're going to get here is very high quality. Now, I'm not really into graphics. I don't have the best presentation of my content, but the content speaks for itself, if that makes sense to you. Okay. So, yeah, check out a lot of my older content because it's still cutting edge as the new content is. So yeah, check out all of that. Make sure you subscribe to my other channels. In this particular live stream here, I'm going to make sure that in the description section, you'll see my other channels that you can subscribe to, and you'll be able to click on them. I used to just put it in the about section because it was time consuming to try to put my links in every video and every live stream. However, I realized one can't click on those videos in the about section, so I have to do it in the description section. So yeah, for those that are new to this channel, go into the description section, subscribe to my other channels. And if you ever want to tip yours truly, that should also be in the description section, as well as what you see right now in the chat, for those that are here in the chat. But yeah, for those listening to this on the replay, in the description section is also a link where if you want to tip yours truly. And as I like to say a lot, it's not an obligation, it's not an expectation, but it would definitely be appreciation. And it looks like, Ice, you said the Black Knight isn't really influenced by others' opinions, concerns, insecurities, and restraints. Exactly. Because he ain't got time for all that. He like, look, it's scorched earth around us. Look at the way society is collapsing. Do you want to make it or do you not want to make it? Because I'm making it out. I'm doing what I got to do. But it's up to you. But I don't have time for you to be in opposition because, you know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that because I know how to deal with that. But I'm trying to save us a lot of trauma, a lot of drama right now. Just stay in your lane. I'm staying in my lane. Yeah. But if you want to be cool with me, let's roll, but just know I ain't got time for the fake and the funny and the phony. Okay. Hey, all right. Peace out, Charlotte Swine. Good to have you here. Appreciate you being here. Likewise with you, Emma, and likewise with you, Lala. Ooh, la, la, la. And yeah, peace out to everyone. Like I said, yeah, much love. Glad to have you in here as well, fam. I was going to have a open panel. I thought about that, but this live is pretty long enough. I want everybody to check this out on the replay. So not tonight, but we definitely got some more live streams on the way. I might even do a bonus live stream where I could have an open panel just talking about whatever. Who knows? But I'm always appreciative for everybody that stops by to check out my content. And no matter what it looks like out there, y'all, it's only going to get better from here. And I know there's a lot of things going on with the way society has been going lately, but you got to look past that. You got to remain optimistic no matter what, because that's definitely the mindset of a Black Knight, because he has to be. You want to know why the Black Knight is so optimistic? Because he's made it this far. That's why he's so optimistic. But yeah, until next time, y'all, signing out. Much love and thanks for stopping by.